Hey everybody, welcome to Tech Tips with Kurt Warner. Today we're going to talk about Chromebook carts. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and smash that bell icon so you can be notified when we get new content. We're going to talk about this Chromebook cart today. This is the Sim32 from Spectrum Industries. They've been around making Chromebook carts for a long time and they make a good quality product, so we're going to check this one out. My first impressions of this Chromebook cart are that it has a nice small form factor, so it's not going to take a lot of room in your classroom. One of the neat things they did here on the back is they put the charging elements right here, so if you ever need to replace them, they are easy in, easy out. The handle has been offset so it doesn't stick out, so you're not going to snag that when you're walking. These are 5-inch balloon casters. They roll really well. The front side is going to have locks and brakes. And the thing I really like about this cart is on the inside. So whenever we open up this cart, you're going to see this is a totally front-loading cart. There is no back to this cart. So you don't have to worry about teachers getting into the back. So we're going to take this shelf, unscrew these thumb screws, and we're going to pull the shelf out. So inside you're going to see your outlets that you're going to plug into, as well as all your wire management right here. The wire management is centrally located right here, so it's going to be an easy wire for one person. Now if you're like me and you've had to wire Chromebooks before, the front and the back cart, you're always either working with somebody or working one side and then working the other, which is a time-consuming process. I think this design is going to cut down on the time that it takes to wire a cart. I don't know about you, but the first thing I do when I'm wiring up a Chromebook cart is figuring out how long I need to make the cables and how much needs to stick out of the wire management. Spectrum has some measurements on their website, but to me they sound a little long because I like my carts to look a little neater. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up and figure out the lengths of the wire. We've got a Chromebook on the bottom. We're going to figure that one out first. I'm going to wire the bottom of the Chromebook to this receptacle and the top to this receptacle. The back will switch it from top to bottom when it's charging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it in and I'm going to feed it down to these holes. Now if you get a shot inside of here, you're going to see the holes that will drop down to the bottom shelf. We're going to drop down this hole, plug it into the charging unit. I'm going to feed as much wire as I need up, and I'm going to loop it around. And that's it. Then I'm going to take the top charger, plug it in. Going to estimate how much cord I'm going to need. I'll say about that much. And I'm just going to lay it right here. That's all you need to do. Now I'm going to insert the shelf. Tighten down the screws. Gonna test it. Chromebook in. Perfect. So now you'll see you'll have your cords hanging down here and here, and once these are tight, these aren't going anywhere. Now I'm going to wire the rest of the cart. So while this cart has plenty of pros, one of the cons that I've found is the issue with this door. To work inside this wiring area, this door has to be all the way open. If this door is not all the way open, getting the shelf in and out is impossible. Another thought I have with this cart is this only comes with thumb screws. And if you're like me, you don't want your teachers or students in your wiring area. So Spectrum said they can send you an optional safety screw, which will make it impossible for them to get inside without the proper tool. Alright, so here's the finished product. It took about 35 minutes to do this cart. I went for speed and not pretty, so You don't want to lift it up and look in there. It's not that pretty. We're going to come down here. One of the things I noticed about this cart is these bottom two Chromebooks. They could really use a plastic support in here because I feel they bounce around too much. I wired, this is a 32, but I only wired in 30 Chromebooks. So you'll notice that this one has this built-up shelf here that'll hold it up, but down here they're missing, I believe they're missing a divider would make it more sturdy. All in all, I think the Spectrum 32 Sim could be a game changer for the one-man shops out there. For the guys who have to wire these carts themselves, like I said, it took me 35 minutes. You take a little more time, it could take you 45 minutes. It could cut your time in half. This has been Kurt Warner for Kurt's Tech Tips.